Where are you listening from? The call came while I was standing beside her empty bed. The sheets were still rumpled the way she left them, the pillow still holding the faint trace of her scent. I wasn't crying. Grief sneaks up on men like me, sharp edges, no sound. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. I almost let it ring out. Then a voice came through, calm and steady. Wait a steady for what he said next. I'm your daughter's employer, the man whispered. I found something. Come to my office right away. And don't tell your son-in-law or his mother. You might be in danger. The word slid under my ribs like a cold blade. Before I could answer, he added, I'm sending security to get you. Don't delay. The call ended. For a moment, the whole house felt tighter, almost as if the walls knew more than I did. I grabbed my coat, locked the door, and drove into the city. Rain swallowed the streets. My heartbeat felt like machinery, steady, forced, refusing to stall. When I reached the corporate tower, the lobby was empty. Too empty. His office was on the top floor, accessible only by a private elevator. When the doors opened, I stepped out and froze. The person standing at the door wasn't the boss. It was my son-in-law's mother. Someone I never expected to see again. Someone who absolutely shouldn't have been there. Her eyes widened when she saw me, guilt sparking across her face like a dying light bulb. And in that second, something inside me whispered, this isn't grief. This is truth. She looked far too calm for a woman who had lost her daughter-in-law only 2 weeks ago. Too practiced. Too ready. You shouldn't have come, she murmured softly. But the softness felt wrong. He shouldn't have called you. I didn't respond. I watched her instead, the nervous hands, the way she avoided my eyes, the shaky breaths whenever she tried to speak. She knew something. Something heavy, something toxic. When the boss appeared behind her in the doorway, his face was pale and tense. I didn't ask her to come, he said quickly. She showed up about 10 minutes ago and has been trying to talk me into leaving before you arrived. His words burned suspicion right into me. I walked past her and into the office. She didn't follow. The boss shut the door and locked it. I'm very sorry for your loss, he began. Show me what you found, I said. He hesitated, swallowed hard, looking anywhere except at me. It's about your daughter's death, he said quietly. And then, in a voice barely holding steady, she didn't collapse from stress. She didn't faint. She didn't slip. My jaw tightened. But I kept still. Point to. He slid a file across the desk. Photos, documents, timestamps, everything pointing to one brutal possibility. A possibility I didn't want to say out loud. My daughter didn't just die. Someone close to her helped make it happen. As I looked up, the boss whispered she trusted the wrong people. My stomach sank because I already knew who he meant. Even before turning the last page, I didn't confront anyone. Not yet. Confrontation is loud. Truth is quiet. I took the file home, tucked under my coat like something wounded that might lash out. The evidence wasn't complete. Pieces only. Enough to suggest, not enough to destroy. So I started stitching the rest together. I dug through her phone records and read messages. Deleted ones brought back from backups she forgot to turn off. I found unexplained money transfers between my daughter and her mother-in-law. I pulled CCTV footage from the office garage, timelines edited, timestamps tampered with. Like someone tried to erase their own shadow. Her final call was to her husband. A missed call 2 minutes before she died. 2 minutes. I checked his location history. He wasn't home like he claimed. He was near her office. My chest tightened, not with grief anymore, but pressure. A cold, growing storm. I even pulled the hospital reports. The bruises on her arms weren't from a fall. The angle didn't match, the force didn't match. Someone grabbed her. Someone held her. Someone let her fall. The picture grew clearer. But I stayed quiet, watching my son-in-law, watching his mother. She was too helpful, too involved in planning the memorial, too eager to track who talked to who. Her son acted like a grieving husband, but every so often guilt flickered through his eyes. I said nothing. I watched, listened, collected. Truth takes time, and so did I. Everything fell into place on a Thursday night. The last missing piece was a security recording the boss managed to recover. Grainy, but clear enough. My daughter entering the office building. Then her mother-in-law appearing suddenly, frantic, trying to pull her away. My daughter resisting, a struggle, a shove. My daughter falling backward down a flight of stairs. Her mother-in-law freezing, looking around and walking away. Walking away. I watched the video 3 times, not for proof, but for control. When I finally confronted them, I didn't shout. I didn't accuse. I simply put the tablet on the table and pressed play. My son-in-law gasped. His mother collapsed into a chair, shaking, whispering that it was an accident. That my daughter provoked her. That she threatened to expose them. Expose what? The affair between the mother-in-law and her son's boss. The money laundering through her husband's company. The debts they had pushed onto my daughter's accounts. My daughter uncovered everything and they silenced her. I didn't shake. I didn't raise my voice. But something in me detached completely. I didn't threaten them. I didn't call the police, not yet. Instead, I pushed a second folder across the table. Every file, every message, every video I had gathered. You have until morning, I said. My son-in-law's voice cracked. Morning for what? To decide who's going to prison first, his mother sobbed. He begged. I watched. I told them I'd already sent copies to a lawyer, the boss, and a journalist. Whoever confessed first would suffer least. Their faces went blank, empty, crushed, exposed. I left them there in a silence sharp enough to devour them. I drove home with the windows down, cold air cutting through me. I felt no revenge, no satisfaction, no relief. Only truth, heavy, unavoidable, final. My daughter deserved justice. Not rage or theatrics, just truth. By sunrise, both of them were arrested, blaming each other, drowning in the evidence I gave. I didn't watch. I didn't need to. Standing in her empty room one last time, I felt only clarity. The world took her, but I took back the truth.